I transitioned from employees to contractors, and I get this question a lot. How did you transition? Well, in this video, I'm going to be diving into how I did that. I'm just going to walk you through it, talk through it, and hopefully this will give you some insight on how to do it as well, too, if that's something that you're looking to do. Now, for this example, I am talking about a cleaning company going to a cleaning referral agency, working with employees to contractors. So it's not just a normal cleaning company to cleaning company with contractors. It's a cleaning company, which provides training and all this other stuff. The company is responsible for providing a service. That's essentially what a cleaning company is. A cleaning referral agency is essentially responsible for referring an independent provider and connecting them with another individual who wants that service. They have two different classifications of a business type. So that is a good standing point right there for you could legally operate with contractors versus over here, it's not so legal to be working with contractors. You're most likely not going to be passing the ABC test or any of the other special contractor tests that they want to throw at you. So I want to get that out of the way first before I start diving into it, because that's what I switched from. And a referral agency nowadays has like 50 different other classifications of businesses that can fit in there. So if you want to do this, your business most likely can classify in there if it's like a home service provider type. It's usually domestic services like daycare, babysitting, salon services, and so on and so forth. All right, so what I did first is I had got all the software that I already had duplicated, but with the new business name. Instead of business name, it was business name referral agency. Why? Well, because switching over, part of the legal requirements was that I had to have something into there indicating it was an agency. And that's what I chose. So I got a new booking software, the same booking software, just a whole new one with no clients in it at that time, and a new business name. It was connected to a new bank account, which was our trust account. Legal reasons, all the deposits had to go into there. And then I had gotten a new bank account for all the profits to go over to and expenses to come from. And I'd gotten a new QuickBooks account, a new Twilio account, a new phone software. I'd gotten everything as far as the new software wise. Once I had gotten all the software out of the way, it made it a lot easier. All I did is dive into placing a hiring ad on Indeed. I held group interviews, and I had everybody take a cleaning assessment during the group interview. And we went over it all in the group interview. From there, I had them do all the onboarding paperwork that I had already had prepared, including a contract and all the other documents that I wanted to have into their onboarding. And in this video that we're diving into as well, right over here, is going to go over how to get a free contract if that's something that you're interested in, and some other legal resources completely for free, so definitely check them. Now, after they had done all their onboarding documents, I had contractors. I was ready. I was excited. And all I was waiting for next was to kind of transition the software from all the employees and transition it over to all the new software. So what I did, and it was honestly, in my opinion, the easiest, is we had called all the people. So let's say today you can do it from like 1 day to 3 days. Essentially, whoever you have on the schedule tomorrow, you're calling them at least 1 or 2 days before and saying, hey, this is so-and-so. Give them your little pitch of why you're switching. All I need to do is update your information into the software. We are switching to a credit card only software or payment software, whatever it was. Because I believe our prior model, we didn't have credit cards. It was mainly checks and stuff. So when we transitioned, we did get everyone's credit cards. And I know some people have some resistance on that. They're like, especially people who do like checks. They're like, no one's going to give me their card information on file. Old people don't do that. They do it. I think they had one person who didn't want to do it. And we didn't keep it because that was just something that we were putting down. Part of switching over, and especially by getting the credit card, that very first email that we were sending them had the legal disclaimer of starting a new service with a referral agency, there's a little disclaimer that you're supposed to give them, and that was inside of the email. And so it was a requirement for us. So we wanted to make sure that they were getting it, and we didn't put up with people who only pay with checks at that point when we transitioned. So we did lose one customer from not wanting to transition over, but we had so many others that did, so it wasn't a problem. So essentially we worked in 3-day chunks, and we were basically transferring everybody into the new software, just calling them, giving them our, little 2-sentence pitch, going straight directly into, we just need to update your information on file and go ahead and get you into the system. If they had a question or two, we reassured them and then just continued on. As long as people are vibing with your reason for switching, then I don't see people having a lot of flash towards it. For us, it was just being able to give people more independence, support women who want to make a living and not work more than one job. Like that was really for us like a core thing. Like we're transitioning to help women not work more than one job and be able to give them more income opportunity. So that's what we did. We transitioned them over, and we eventually went through the errors and all the stuff that comes with dealing with contractor issues. And after that is when we learned that we need to have other measures in place to prevent some of these things from happening. Because it was our first time, like we were going from employees and training, and I think one of the downfalls too is that everybody that we were servicing already had like this top-notch level of service. So they were coming from like amazing, stellar service to something that wasn't so stellar. And that was something I really had to like overcome. Of course, try to work on as well too with the referral agency model, because it's never going to be the same. As much as you want it to, it's never going to be the same. You either got to choose which one are you going to be on, because it's hard to bite the bullet, especially if you're getting a brand new customer. I feel like it's so much easier to set their expectations like from the beginning all the way down over there versus switching. They've experienced, it's just like having a worker on your team who don't respect your company policies. Maybe they talk bad, show up late a little bit, but you give them leniency or you're scared to fire them because they have so many of your clients. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. Sometimes you have to get a new dog. So same with the customer. Sometimes it's hard to please a customer if you're switching over versus getting a new customer. It was like the weirdest analogy. Hopefully you followed that. So that's how we switched. And again, you're going to go through the same things that we did. And that's why our hiring process down the road has evolved to where it is now. And we literally place thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of contractors and employees with small businesses all over the world. So we've nailed our hiring process, but it didn't always start like that. I started the way I just described in this video over here when I first started with employees. So hopefully this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments what your biggest takeaway was, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.